Today is Tuesday, August 12th, and this is the Bay Blend from WUSF. I'm Sky LeBron. St. Petersburg's got an intersection painted in support of the LGBTQ community, but new rules from the state's Department of Transportation could force that popular rainbow-themed street art and a bunch of others to go away. You'll hear about that, plus some events to celebrate 813 Day tomorrow. Before that, though, the news headlines. Here we go. Hate to break it to you. Tropical storm Erin formed yesterday and is in the eastern Atlantic right now, moving west toward the U.S. And William Maxim with the Florida Public Radio Emergency Network says it'll probably become a major hurricane by this weekend.
It's around then that the forecast models start to differ wildly, with some of the models curving the storm out to sea. Others keep a westerly motion for longer. But right now, Erin's still over 3,000 miles away, and it's going to be several days before we can say with confidence where or if Erin makes landfall.
That means we don't know if it'll hit us here in the Tampa Bay region, but I'll keep you as updated as possible day to day. School starts back up this week for students in the area, and there's less teacher vacancies than in recent previous years. There's only about 24 right now in all of Pinellas County. Lee Bryant with the Teachers Association in Pinellas says there's a reason for that.
We're an A district. People don't want to leave. We're getting paid fairly well. And the declining population all factor into it.
Hillsborough County has less vacancies too, down from 600 last year to just 400 jobs to fill this year, but damn, that's still a lot. You can see how your school district is doing for job vacancies and maybe even see if you want to apply yourself at WUSF.org. If you're perpetually late to the airport, here's something you're going to like. The Tampa International Airport opens its Red Express curbside today. The blue one's been open for 4 years. It lets people that aren't checking bags skip the ticketing level. This ends the airport's second phase of its three-phase master plan. It's kind of like the phases of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it's way less convoluted, more about adding extra flight options and trimming down the time you spend getting mad in the TSA line. If you go to the corner of 25th Street and Central Avenue in St. Petersburg, there's something that's pretty hard to miss. It's called the Progressive Pride Street Mural, where an entire intersection is painted with vibrant colors. It signifies the area's LGBTQ history and the prominence of St. Pete Pride, which is one of the biggest pride organizations in the Southeast. But new state guidelines from the Florida Department of Transportation could mean that art installation has to go away. WUSF's Megan Bowman has been reporting on this story. Megan, what are these rules about and why should people care about it?
Right. So the new memo bans any street art on public roads and sidewalks. I got to go to downtown St. Petersburg and talk to St. Pete Pride's president, Dr. Byron Green Kalish. He told me why it's so important.
It is a part of our history. It is a part of our current. It is a part of our future. It is a reminder that queer people are here all year long.
So, Megan, what happens if these local governments don't comply with the new rules?
Well, the state could withhold money for important projects like pothole repairs and bridge maintenance. Now, Green College says he wants to fight for that St. Pete installation, but the financial impacts of what could happen if they keep it are not lost on him.
How do we both navigate the pushback of the erasure of marginalized communities while also fighting, knowing that those communities are also going to be the most impacted?
Did you talk to community members and hear what they have to say about the mural?
I did while I was down there actually getting some drone footage you can check out at WUSF.org.
Ooh, plug.
Right. I spoke to Carlos Rodriguez, and to him, he thinks the installation brings unity to the community.
Because it shows you how people feel, it makes the community happy, and it turns all us into one.
The memo gave local governments 60 days to comply, but St. Petersburg officials haven't removed that installation yet. Right now, they are discussing whether any of the local art qualifies for exemption. Other cities, however, across the state have started removing theirs.
You can check out pictures and drone footage of the mural right now at WUSF.org and also listen to Megan's full story on this subject. Megan, thank you for the time. Appreciate it.
Of course.
813 Day is tomorrow, celebrating the Tampa area code and this beautiful place. I got a few things you can do in Tampa to celebrate. In Hyde Park Village, there's live music, a group workout class, story time for kids, and deals at some stores and restaurants. You got $8.13 chips, guac, and salsa at Bar Taco, and some shops offering $8.13 off or 8.13% off products throughout the day. Seems like a lot of work for the calculator and for the cashier today, so pray for them. There's a deal to be found at nearly every single store in the village, but just in case, look it up beforehand for those deals. Starting at 11:30 Wednesday morning at the Tampa Bay Visitor Center downtown, here's the 813 Day Bash, giveaways, ticket raffles, and some of the mascots that represent Tampa Bay sports teams like Captain Fear and Thunderbug. I'm hoping Raymond is there, who I honestly didn't know existed until today. He looks like he's lived some serious life. By the way, if you're one of the first 20 people to show up to the Visit Tampa Bay table, you'll get a free 813 t-shirt. Good way to rep Tampa Bay. And Wednesday night at the Spiral Staircase in Tampa, the Tampa Downtown Partnership is getting its 813 celebration on with local vendors and artists, along with some light eats and mocktails. If you do all three of these parties, that'd be ridiculous, but no one can deny you have a deep passion for the 813 and all the craziness that comes with it. That's it for today's Bay Blend. If you like the pod, give it a listen, a follow, a rating. All that helps us grow it out and make it better for you in the long run. It seriously does help us out. But either way, I'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 for another Bay Blend. Have a great Tuesday.